Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. Okay, today we're going to be featuring Walt Disney's Mary Poppins original cast soundtrack. This is one of my absolute favorite Walt Disney movies for many reasons, and one of them being the music. It's just absolutely wonderful music. Richard and Robert Sherman, the Sherman brothers, they've done almost every Disney song you've heard of and every Disney ride song you've heard of. Many of them are thanks to them. So this is the official soundtrack. Now you may be looking at this as I am and thinking, I don't know why, but this just strikes me as a 70s looking thing. And I know that Mary Poppins was a 60s thing. So what's going on? I know they didn't wait till the 70s to release this, and yet it has a 70s look to it. Well, as you know, Walt Disney and other creative entities do from time to time, they re-released it. So this is one of many releases of the Mary Poppins soundtrack, and as such, these aren't too hard to find. This one was 1973. Not that hard to find. 1973, Walt Disney Productions there. So let's take a look at the outside first. You can tell this thing has been sandwiched pretty tightly for a while. You get that classic ring around where the record was there. Depending on how it was stored, would tell you how exactly what kind of condition it's in terms of warpage. You should always stack your records, or not stack, you should always store your records vertically on a shelf, not stack them in a pile. That's just the way you're supposed to do it. So anyway, we've got the typical things here. Stereophonic, don't worry, it was recorded in stereo. It's truly stereo. Buena Vista Records, that's one of Disney's brands. So it's Disney released. Now it's Walt Disney Records. Original cast soundtrack. And then we got this interesting stamp here. Lech Valier RF. I have no idea what that is. So it was a school or something maybe. It was in the collection of theirs. For a period of time. We've got side 1 and side 2 laid out here. Sorry, it's too close there. With the typical, cast information right there. So let's give it a listen. This was purchased, I got this about 6-7 months ago in a thrift store. Paid $1 for it. It's actually got a sleeve. I don't know if that's original or not, but typical run-of-the-mill paper sleeve with a beautiful Buena Vista Records label on here. I love that. It's really cool. We'll go ahead and listen to the overture. As you know, I usually just start at the beginning when it comes to this kind of stuff. This pressing is thick. It is, I would say that's about 150 grams, maybe 160 grams. Playing surface is in really good condition. You get that rainbow sheen on there. Looks brand new. It's a little dusty on the other side especially, but we'll clean it. I'm not sure who actually pressed Buena Vista Records. I doubt they did their own. RCA Special Products produced a lot of stuff, but as you may or may not know, Disney never identifies its subcontractors, so only the serious Disney collectors out there would know. I consider myself a serious Disney fan, but there are many more people out there much more educated on it than I am. Maybe looking at that record and thinking, gosh, that looks awfully fast. That's because I left it on 78 RPMs. So let's switch it down here to 33, and we'll go ahead and drop our stylus. Listen to the overture from Mary Poppins. I hope you guys enjoy this. right, guys, that's enough for now. Really wanted you to get a sense for this record as a package more so than, coming here as a source for music, which is not intended to be the case. Sometimes we listen to incomplete cuts, but a lot of times we're just listening to a sample, as though you and I were standing together in the room and checking out this cool vintage record stuff. So there we go, Mary Poppins soundtrack to the wonderful Walt Disney film of the same name, and this being a 1973 re-release of the soundtrack. So beautiful music and cool artwork, very 70s looking, and definitely something you could find if you go looking for it. I mean, this is something you can get your hands on even today if you go out and check out some antique shops and thrift stores and Craigslist or whatever. Even your own basement, sometimes you can find these things. So tell me about, do you have a copy of this? Maybe you have a different release. Maybe you have a different edition. I know there was, like I said, a lot of different ones. So tell me about it in the comments, guys. I really appreciate you guys being out there. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, happy record hunting, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.